Welcome everybody. Today is the next day after I transplanted the tomatoes and the cucumbers into the Kratky bucket system with the nutrients in a bucket. So we're going to take a look at today's results. Hang on here. Okay. So what we have here is some of the leaves are turning yellow, but I deduced it's because they were in the sun too long. Some of these tomatoes and plants don't like a lot of sunlight, and they've really been out in the sun today. Let me come around here. Get that out the way. So here we have the ones that were on the side because they're all drinking the same nutrients, so there's no reason for them to have any different side effects because it's the same nutrient throughout. But some of these guys are a bit yellow, but the ones on the sides, they didn't have as much sun. And look, there's nothing yellow on them. All the leaves are looking pretty good there. So what I did was I moved it to the other side, which is going to be a terrible thing because the trellis is on the other side of this structure. See, but the ones on the side didn't turn yellow. And like I said, they're all drink, and those are all tomatoes that turn yellow. This was yellow from yesterday around the edges, but this thing is super duper healthy. This is a cucumber. I was told to pop the extra sun leaf off. But we're just gonna let it grow and see what happens. So it looks pretty good, and what I did was, and the wife suggests, is that I move it to the other side. So we're going to see how it looks tomorrow. I'm trying to check the weather to see if there's going to be a frost advisory because I do not want to up pot anymore, and then I have to carry all of these buckets with the solution into the house. That'd be a disaster. So I'm going to leave these guys out on faith that they're not going to experience heavy frost and die on me. So I'm keeping an eye out. But right now, let's take a look inside the bucket and see what's going on in here. Everything's looking pretty good. Everything's nice and juicy, saturated here. You gotta be careful for which way you turn that little slit down in here because you'll get juices leaking out, and you don't want that to happen. It happened earlier when I moved the bucket. I kind of want to pull this up because it looks like the roots are really down in there to the point where it looks like this top is being pulled in, and they're not strong enough to pull up from here, and I don't want to crush anything, so maybe I'll leave it be. That's that Gemini stuff, you know, but I'll see if I can push them through this way. Yep. So it's just gonna have to wait till it drinks this stuff down and go from there. But so far, these on the sides looking like there's nothing wrong, everything, all is right with the world and with life. That top of the cucumber, I wish that was a little further down in there. So I guess this is going to be a small update, and when the weather does turn back, I'll go ahead and try to do a little more here. Yes, we got the wife in the background. She's hanging out today. It's very nice out here. It's very convenient. There's no bugs in here. Like, I love this place. This is probably one of my favorite rooms of the house. I know it's outside, but I love this place. It's going to be nice. It's going to be green. Everything's up here all taken care of. You know, it's like a little oasis for outside for people who don't like bugs. Sorry about all these close-ups, but we're in here, and again, the purpose of this lid being here, and you could say you could put a hole in here. I should go get the other lid and actually put it on here. Is so I can stack these on top of each other. So this takes up. I wear size 13, so this bucket takes, it's about 12 inches in diameter. So this bucket is only going to take up 12 inches of space, and they're going to be stacked 3 high with multiple plants in it. So, and this is an 8 by 6 area that I'm growing in. So essentially, I can fit a lot in this space. Even if I only want to use 4 feet of this space against one of these walls, it'll still leave ample amount for me to hang out. I still got my little table in here that it's actually huge, and I'm gonna make changes on that. Hang on, let me unlock this door so I can get out of here and we go see the babies over there. Here we are. We are gonna raise this up, check on it, see how everything is doing in here. We're gonna take some close up of the, look how, dude, this lettuce is ridiculous. It's almost 6 inches tall, and though I can't feel it with that part of my hand, the back side of my hand, the back side of my hand can feel them pretty good, but this side, I guess, is all rough and tough. Yes, I'm touching on the feet. And these tomatoes in here are doing better because I took some of them out, and since we took some of them out, it gave more nutrients to the ones that were already in here. So these are doing excellent. This row here is peppers, and I didn't get a single pepper yet. So I'm still going to leave them in there because I have hopes for the peppers. Down in here, I want to just, I'm going to grab these out of here. These pea pods out because I feel like they're a waste of time right now in resources. So what I'm going to do is we're going to ditch those peas. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them. You know, they wrote a song about it. These celery stalks here are looking pretty good down in there. Oh, I shouldn't have touched anything in case there was something funky on there, some kind of fungal or something. There's another cucumber in there, but that looks weird. There's pieces of leaves falling out of this tree up here. That's probably gonna die. I don't got faith in that one. That's something I just killed. I thought it was one of the leaves that fell from the tree. That was another cucumber in there. And I swear something's been in here. It's like doing something. I'm taking this out. Some kind of critter might have gotten in there. So I'll take that out. I'll let these guys These rock will dry out and probably toss those because I don't know what's going wrong in there. Do I have nutrient over here? Well, tomorrow it's going to rain, so I'm definitely going to make my way inside to get some nutrients to put in here. This broccoli is also huge. Let me zoom out. Let me see. They probably got enough nutrients for the rest of the week in here, but I still would like to put some in. That guy's trying to recover. That guy's trying to recover. This and this is doing the best. This is tomato and the celery, and there's another tomato there that's doing really well. This is the butter crunch lettuce here. There was multiple seeds. Some of them died, I guess, because you can't get the sun on the back side of here because of these leaves. And that is king broccoli there. And this one, it's damn near, holy crap, it's touching the actual top of the greenhouse. But these are stackable, so I can make this higher by the exact amount. I just grab another one of these and stack it on top. Well, put this one on top and put the other one on the bottom. And guess I'll pull the old sawzall out and cut the front of these off to let more sunlight through the front and wrap it. So that's an ideal that I'm working on. There's some mosquitoes out here. What else we got going? Lettuce is looking pretty good there. The lettuce always looks pretty good. This is dead, so I'm gonna have to come clean all these dead cups that didn't make it out. But these long leggy, see how leggy it is? You need them leggy if you're going to use the Kratky, because then you can put them down closer into the nutrient. And these are looking beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. These are I believe these are the Roman tomatoes. And these right here are the beefsteak tomatoes. These are the big boys. And look how they grab onto each other. It's like, hey friend, I'll hold you. So you stand straight up and we grow together. It's basically. Let's see if yep, that's ready to pop off. That is what an empty seed looks like. And I just popped it off the top of this guy. It was just hanging there for no apparent reason. This nutrients have been given. And remember yesterday, this had no roots yesterday. Look at it. It's got roots now. I just sat it in that hole and it grabbed the roots and started growing. So I suspect this one down here will recover. Get some of this debris out of here that fell out of the tree. Let's see. Yeah, this has plenty of nutrients in here. You know what? I was going to take the peppers out, but I'm going to let them grow. I still have a pepper in here trying. Oh my word! 2 peppers, 3 peppers in here growing. And then there's the baby one down there. Under the butter crunch leaf is kind of stifling it from growing, and the tomato that I damaged the root on. down here is growing well. Usually when they stick to the plastic like this, it damages it from the moisture and the cold, the temperature changing. But for the most part, it's because they need to be up potted. But I'm scared to up pot them at the moment, like I said, because they need to. I don't want to take a whole bunch of this stuff in the house. Buckets and buckets and pots full of nutrients in the house because of frost. And being how the net tent is in here, it is not wrapped. It's not really good protection for these guys. But as you can see, these leafy greens, man, I could just take a piece off. There's no chemicals on this stuff at all. That was the point of me doing this. I could just pick one of these up, take it in the house, rinse it off, and eat it. Yes, I said rinse it off because I wash my vegetables like I wash my booty. And this is supposed to be little leaf lettuce that has done nothing. So I technically could take those out of here too. There's still a lot of nutrients left in here, so I could get away with this system for another 3-4 days before I have to even come check and possibly add more, depending on how hot it is, because some of this is going to probably evaporate out. But for the most part, everything's looking good. I gotta go grab some hydroponic solution, the Aero Garden, and get the mixture all prepared. So when it's time to feed these guys, I can just go ahead and feed them and get out the way for another week or two. Even in this system, but I'm hoping around May 1st that it doesn't get cold, because they did say that it's supposed to get real cold this week in here, down here, or up here rather. I'm in Jersey. So they said it's supposed to get really cold. So I want to try to protect them as much as possible. This was it wasn't a lot of work. The rest of the stuff around here, the projects that I did to get ready for this was a lot of work. But the actual taking care of the vegetables using this water system, this liquid system, hydroponic system, Kratky system, you pick whichever you want to call it. Using this system, there's very little work. You just need to make sure you have a place to put them in so that they can grow, and you can keep adding liquid whenever needed. But I mean, since I had these, I've only refilled these once or twice since the beginning of March. And these are the little ones, and you don't put a whole lot of liquid in these. So once or twice. So I don't suspect that I will have to fill. I'm going to leave that open until I get ready to go in the house. I don't suspect that I should have to fill. Yeah, I got to work on the door. But it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So I don't know if I want to actually take these in the house because it's going to rain and the temperature is going to change on me. Or should I just let them deal like real life? Like this real life, you gotta roll with the punches. Oh, I'm covering the camera with my finger. This real life, you have to roll with the punches. Oh, I'm doing terrible. I'm sorry. Getting low like this without sitting on my chair. Well, like I said, everything's looking pretty good. I'm proud of the accomplishments. I'm hoping these tomatoes don't die, but if they do, there's actually 5 tomato plants in here. So I'm just hoping one of them out of the 5 last. And then there's 2 here. There's another 5 tomato plants in here. And then there's 2 here. So I'm going to get tomatoes regardless. And I do have a spare set of netting in case the case is that it's too much light on the other side. I have this green netting that I can put up here, and it hangs like a soccer net, so I could use that as a trellis. It's neon green. It's really cool looking, but I just was hoping I didn't have to use it, because I didn't want it to grow this way. But if it does grow this way, and some of those get 10 feet long, and this is only a 6 foot, I'll make sure that I can put the netting across the top of here to use it as a trellis the whole way across. The whole way across from here to here, going up this wall, across, over, and then the suspected fruit will just hang from up here and it'll be easy pickings. And I'm hoping to do the same thing with the cucumbers. I got about let me see how many more I have over here. This is all stuff I just built. But how many cucumbers I have over here? I got 1, 2. Oh, those are the ones in the hydroponic are the ones from over there. See, the problem is, you know what, I'm taking this lettuce out, I'm gonna transplant it into this guy over here, because I don't think the lettuce likes the sun as much as the cucumber. I mean what is that? The broccoli and the cabbage likes the lettuce, likes the sun a lot, but the lettuce don't like that, so I'm snatching the lettuce up out of here. We're going to a new home, baby. And the tomatoes don't like the sun as much. So something just fell in there. I don't know what that is. And let's take something that loves the sun. We're gonna play a little jump around here. Since I'm out here. We're going to move all the lettuce. Oops, get off there. So I'm transplanting the lettuce out of here into here. Yep, I'm not going to know what nothing is anymore. And then I'm going to take... Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm going to take the cucumber and put it over in here. And take this cucumber. Look, that's overnight. It grew roots. This rock wool is heavy. And it grew roots strong enough to tug on that rock wool. I'm going to pull this out. That was spinach. And I'm going to throw this over here where the spinach was. So now I have broccoli. And that should give enough room. Oh, this is a cabbage. Wait, oh crap, so the broccoli and the cabbage spindle's the same, because this literally has the tag that says cabbage. And that's what I thought. So these might be cabbages. And then the little ones are the broccoli. These little guys here are the broccoli. Yeah, it literally says it on the tag, stupid. Sorry about that. And this is cabbage too over here. So I got a lot of cabbage. A lot of cabbage. And the broccoli is getting big too. But with this transplant, what is this? I want to make sure I put, this is celery. So this, I'm not sure about the lighting. I didn't read the thing. We're gonna put cucumbers here. So nice cucumbers. What is it? Black seed lettuce. This is the butter crunch lettuce, I can tell. And this is the black seed lettuce that's dying from too much sun. I'm probably going to have to go get some more nutrients for these guys. This is more cabbage. Okay, so these are cabbage too. Okay, so I only... Oh, no, this is not cabbage. This is broccoli. I grew this one and this one at the same time. So I'm going to see how this celery reacts now that it gets more sunlight because the other leaves aren't blocking it. Then I'm going to check out how these peppers react. They're not rooted through yet. Not ready for transplanting yet either. I kind of want to give it some space so they can catch some more light. So I'll move these peppers up. Oh, that's an eggplant down there. That's eggplant in this one. Let's go down here. Even though it probably could use the nutrients. So I seem to be doing alright here. These cabbages, cucumbers will be done big enough soon to go into the other pot. So I think I might just leave these guys out here for another week. This lettuce, black seed lettuce, I'm going to stick over here. Sacrificial lamb here. Take some of this nutrient and just pour it through here. Pour it in the empty spots. No need in sitting here wasting all this nutrients. So I dump some of that in and let them grow. And no, I'm not doing any pH checks or any funny science business. Only measurements I use is when I actually mix the nutrients in there or in the 5 gallon over there, which is 12 capfuls per 5 gallon. Well, it's not per 4 capfuls for every gallon, every 19 cups of water, almost all gallon, 4 caps. So that's why I always put the extra to grow on when I say 1 to grow on. It's for those measurements. But everything's looking pretty good. It's been about 20 minutes. I guess we'll sit, relax a minute, get ready to wrap everything up. Hey everybody, I'm back. It's the next day. Today's the 24th March. I'm sorry, 24th of April. Jeez Louise, where is my mind today? But either way, I'm down out in the net house with the wife. We're out here chilling. It's a nice 69 degrees out, 70ish, and we're just chilling in the net house. So I'm gonna let you guys get another update from yesterday's view on these tomatoes and cucumbers, how they're doing after I moved them out of the sun. So over here they're still in their Kratky system. Now I learned this from I'm sorry I can't think of his channel name, but his name is Vanduzee, and I'm sure there's not a lot of Vanduzees on the internet, but he has a lot of different systems that he uses to grow in. And I know we call it a Kratky system, but this is specifically something he designed. So I wanted to make sure. sure I gave him a shout out. He's the first person. Well, he's the first person that I saw on YouTube use the pool noodles and the holes in the side, as opposed to using the holes on the top, where if you leave them out, it would essentially be this bucket, a hole about this big for a cabbage, and this would be have slits in it and sit down in the water, and then your cabbage can grow up top here. But what would happen is when it rains, this would fill up with rainwater instead of nutrient water, and then you wouldn't get as good of a cabbage as you should have. So to avoid that, he came up with the idea of putting them in on the side. I watched him as he invented this, and as he walked us through the process of getting this done. So I don't want you to think that this is a lax invention or I stole this. I want to make this very clear. His name is something Vanduzee, and he is on YouTube, and he also uses the down drain pipes from your house, the rain spouts. He uses those in systems to grow lettuce and things like that. It all depends on what he's growing, but what it essentially did was it made things cheaper, because you're paying for water, but it's not as much as, you know, paying for the soil, dragging the soil around, paying somebody to, you know, bring you the soil, or so on, etc. So all you're doing is providing nutrients, and the nutrients are relatively cheap, and they're way cheaper in comparison to buying really good soil to grow in, especially when you need a ton of it to cover an area if you don't already have potentially good soil. So for me, I am the latter half. As you can see, I'm sitting on a concrete slab. These down here, I wanted to turn it into a Zen fishing little swimway to go from this end down here all the way, because it's a U. So I would just, you know, get everything out of here, re-cement everything, and then plaster everything so that the water doesn't leak through and whatnot. But with all of this stuff falling from these trees and things back here, well, this was actually a weed that turned into a tree. They're actually a bunch of weeds, big weeds now. You can see them. That's not just one tree trunk, that's a bunch of them. And then they grew up into this mess up here that I have to deal with. And I have clips of when I started, once I finished cleaning out all of the wood and the debris from all of these trees that I cut down. I have footage of what it looked like to getting to this point here. But it's not footage, it's more like pictures and then maybe one video footage, because I couldn't believe, you know, I turned what it was into this. Man, when you guys see that video, it's going to be a hoot. You're going to be like, nah, nobody lived there. 12 years of neglect, or however many it's been, I don't know. But either way, so from yesterday, we came out, we saw the leaves were turning yellow. So what I opted to do was put this container, this hydroponic system. And see, hydroponic is getting a bad name because most people think of, you know, weed or something like that when you say hydroponic, or some type of marijuana. But the whole system is meant to grow any vegetables, and this is a good system for this. For this, man, you hear how strong these guys are? And this is two separate, what are these? This is the cucumbers. So this is two separate cucumbers growing in here. Let's take a look inside. Okay. We have, zoom in a bit. We have roots growing down into there like they're supposed to. I'm gonna dump this guy in here because the tops are not in the water. I do want to check and make sure there's no leaks. Okay, they're looking good. No leaks around here. And you can see the water is going down. That's why I'm checking to make sure there's no leaks in that. Well, it's not water, the nutrients. It is going down, but I wanted to make sure that it's not leaking out and they're actually drinking it. Because that would suck if you wasted all of that nutrient. So we'll come around here to this little guy. Zoom back out. Who is very unhappy. This little guy. Because when I put it in last night, I didn't realize I tucked him up against this corner. So he was growing straight out. Where it was growing straight out. And what happened was it started growing upwards because now we're back. Sorry, I had to make room. I had to delete some of the older videos that I've already uploaded. So now we can continue. Well, we took a look at these guys. If they still look bad tomorrow, did something bite off of these? Look, this guy looks like something bit it off and it had to heal back up. What is that? It's weird. But either way, we're gonna go take a look in the other portion of the garden and in the greenhouse portion, the small greenhouse portion. I guess I should be able to. I'm like I said, I don't want to up pot everything in one shot, only because in case there's a frost, because there's still frost advisories every now and again. And they said the last frost date out here is going to be it's going to be the first week of May. I don't want to risk killing all of them. I'd rather take a chance by keeping them in here in the greenhouse. And I do have more wrap. I want to try this out because this is getting flimsy because it's been wet the whole time because the moisture is locked in here. But yeah, it looks like the lettuce does not like a lot of. Oh, see, now that lettuce must like a lot of light because now this one's ticked off, but the butter crunch lettuce doesn't like a lot of light. So I need to adjust the trays again. So I could take the black seed lettuce out of here because it doesn't like the light, and these like the light, and now they're just, wow, they're looking pretty rough here. They're looking all wilty and everything, and they looked great yesterday when I came out. So let's see, check the nutrient level on these things. This is going to need something these need to be up potted. This is a cabbage, and that one is a broccoli, and then in here broccoli down here. It's getting big. It doesn't seem to like the light as much either. It's not growing up toward the light. It wants to kind of hang out away from it. Yeah, these cabbages are getting pretty big. Where is... Oh, my peppers are doing pretty good. They seem to like the light a lot. Let's see. Nope, this is growing using nutrients from the seed. That's why it hasn't let it go yet. Even though it looks like it wants to open up, if it was empty, it would just pull right off. Like you wouldn't have to use any force, you could just grab it and pluck it. Let's see if the eggplant still has an nutrient. See how it just came off the eggplant seed? I'm going to have to grab some nutrient for this one because this is really low. This buttercrunch lettuce is unhappy. It is unhappy. So I'm going to. The tomatoes are super duper happy as always. Tomatoes. I'm going to just clip this while the clip is good. It's already dead. So if something's wrong with it, it won't spread to the rest of the plant. Rub it up, grind it up there, and throw it down in there for nutrient. I'm just trying to get an idea because I need to move the black seed. This black seed lettuce with the rest of them. So move thyme out of the way here for a moment. Make sure I didn't crush any of those. I set them on top. I'm going to come over here. This ruby leaf lettuce, it may not be the time to grow it yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and ditch that. Try this guy out of here. Yeah, it doesn't do anything at all. That over there. Let's transplant this guy over in here so that these guys can get more sun because they need more sun. And I definitely want to refill this nutrient. I'm making a mess of things. The peas are done. Toss that right there. Then I'm gonna have to come clean up my greenhouse. But for right now, I need to do something about this guy. What's not working? Use that cucumber in here. It's still not doing anything. And these have been planted since 3/31, so it's been about a month and these aren't doing anything. So I'm going to give up on the cucumber, take this nutrient, dump it in here. So you will make these guys a little more happy. Just it is starting to do something. Alright, so I will have to put more nutrients in there tomorrow. It didn't look like it was doing anything, but it's starting to come out of the bottom there. So let's make sure. Tom is doing good. Tom is happy. He grew all of his root all the way to the bottom of this nutrient. He's doing great. The black seed lettuce is always doing pretty good. No matter what system you're trying to grow it in, it's going to do its job. So I gotta remember to replant. Come out and put nutrient in there. You know what? I might as well do that before I go in the house. This tomato is doing well. It's nice and grown down there. It's holding up on its own. That's what you want to see, because essentially that's going to give you a very nice looking tomato there. What's going on here? What's going on with this broccoli? That's a bad looking leaf. I'm chopping it. Roll it up so it's nice and juicy. And drop it in there for the nutrient. Toward the nutrient. What's going on here? Something just fell in there. I want that guy to stand up, so I'm gonna pull it up so it starts to dry out. Face it towards the sun a little bit and see if he starts to stand up, because these cabbages, while I was working on things, so I'm just going to try to keep an eye out so I can make sure everything's in a place where it's going to get healthy and strong, because some of these leaves are dying down here, and since I know that this broccoli and cabbage likes the sun, I'm trying to make more space for them, where they can get the most out of their environment. These empty ones I'll move over here. Let's see if spinach recovered. See if there's any roots going down. So now I'm gonna give up on the spinach. It may be doing something down there. I'm trying to see that little white nub on it. I'll give it a little more time. This is what I'm trying to do. Something like that. Just so that they all get enough light. And this guy is already touching the top of the greenhouse, so they definitely want more light, more nutrient. This blows my mind how much lettuce is down there. This is all edible, no chemicals, nothing on it. And the greenhouse kept it pretty much protected, and then the net house will protect it the rest of the way as they grow in the hydroponic systems, which I will be stacking on top of each other. So for the most part, me and the missus, we're going to enjoy it out here for a little while, catch this nice breeze. She's shaking her head no, it's cold. But either way, I guess I'll wrap it up. And, I'll enjoy the space for a little bit while she goes in the house. So again, super easy to make. This is a box that I've been a recycling fool. As you can see with all the containers that I'm using. And I recycled this box from work, and it actually turned out perfectly. So what I want to do, in case I haven't mentioned it, is cut the front out of this so that it gets more sun into here, and then with these metal braces I can stack another one right directly on top of this, cut the front out of it as well, and right on top of this, cut the front out, of both sections, and then it'll be a taller greenhouse. So that's pretty much one of my next projects. And then I have to finish this door over here. I still haven't been to Home Depot to get the wood and order the other hinges for this door. But either way, it still works. I just want it to be all closed up with one single piece of wood, or at least another piece of wood that seal that as I shut it. Because this thin piece of wood is, I know I'm very critical of my own stuff, but this thin piece of wood, it needed some support to make a better frame. So I want to do the same thing across the whole thing. Just put in better support for the frame, and all down here. So, and across the bottom. So, and then, you know, in the middle, we'll get a support beam, and then one that goes across. You know, making a basic screen door. This was not the plan. The plan was to have this the way I have it, where I can roll it up and then get in here. That was the goal, but it didn't work out. So now I ended up with an actual frame here that I had to build, and I decided not to cut this so I could raise it up if I could, if I wanted to, but I think the door will work out better in the end. So it's just got to deal with me being lazy and getting out here and getting her done. But like I said, once you see that 12 and these weeds, I gotta go get the Roundup and just wear a respirator or something, because this is terrible. No matter what I put out here, these things just keep coming back. So the Roundup is probably going to do the trick for out here. But I don't know what these are. Like, see, when I pull it up, it looks like some kind of it feels like kale or something. I don't know what it is, but it is probably edible. And it's definitely cut and come again, for crying out loud, because the more I cut it, the more it come back. So if anybody out there made it this long to make it to this portion of the video, it could tell me what this stuff is, because I got a lot of it all up and down here. All up and down here, I got a lot of it. That's the thing that's growing the most in here, and I don't know what it is. And look, you cut this down, and it's just coming on back. You don't care. And these little things, I don't know what these are. This stuff. I have no idea what this is, and I'm not willing to say, hey, let me take a bite of this and eat it. I'm just not that guy. And look, I cut this down, and it's coming. It's just growing again. Like, from here, man, this is crazy. That's why I said I'm gonna do the systems the way I'm gonna do it, because life happens when it's supposed to. No matter the conditions. I put trash bags under here, cover this up with all black trash bags and everything. All of this stuff is still growing. And yeah, I gotta bleach or power wash the steps or whatever. And I still gotta put that 2x6 down to make a nice little cradle for this and finish this area, because this is supposed to be another greenhouse. But I wanted to see how this one worked out. And then there's compost underneath of this. So it's slowly sinking because there's compost underneath of there from all the other debris that I wanted to try to save and recycle. But look, this tree I cut down, and look at this. This was a tree. You see how thick that branch was? I cut it down, and look, it's growing. It just wants to do what it wants to do. I'm like, I say no. So I gotta come out here with the chainsaw, and I'm gonna cut it from down here, or a sawzall. Probably the sawzall will be easier, and cut it from down here instead. And my wife's being a jerk right now. she's taking a picture, and I know she's gonna go on Google and say, "Hey, what is this?" Because I told him to do this 1,000 times. You know, like I told you so. I told you so. So that's what I'm getting ready to deal with. But for the most part, and I ordered the mulch for the alley. I'm so disappointed with Home Depot. And it's not Home Depot itself, it's the location. Because when I order, it usually comes from a different location. But the location it came from, I knew I was instantly going to have an issue, and I did. 3 days, whatever. And then on the 4th day, they end up giving me a refund, not delivering my stuff. So it is what it is. But I think I'm going to leave the bucket out that far so it can try to get light from both sides. Because this little guy was unhappy, super duper unhappy, and I still got cleaning up to do. I got to fold that up and tack it down. But if you guys made it this far, I appreciate it. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. You know, it does help me out. For more people, and it's not for me personally, it's just for more people to see that, look, I live in the city and you can grow, and this is only a 6 across by 81 inches high, and I built this myself. And I overused every nail out of my nail gun. I overused every screw that was in the box. I used a whole 1 pound box to build this sucker, and I didn't need it. I only need half that, but I'm that guy. You're only supposed to use 1 screw every 2 inches. Man, I went for 3 every 2 inches. three every inch. I mean, one screw every inch. So I wanted to make sure these things were in there. I wanted to make sure this place wasn't going to fall apart with a good gust of wind. You know, and like I said, thank you for hanging out. Really, right now, you guys are, see, you know what, since I'm over here, let me look in this box. We haven't been over here. See, it's a good idea I didn't turn that off right away. Holy shnikes, there's stuff growing all in here. Wow, zers. See what I mean? Life happens. So, and that all of that stuff that was in here appears to be gone. So maybe that was air roots for all of these seedlings that I thought it was spider mites in here or mold. But apparently it wasn't. It is this stuff, whatever this stuff is. This is dark in here. I did not expect to find anything in here. And these got nice little creepy crawlies in here, little roly-polies, or we used to call them pill bugs. To help, there's ants in here. There's more pill bugs down there. Please stop moving like that close. So this, I ain't putting my hand in it, but once I get it all, I'll probably sift through it. I might actually put some 1 or 2 of those cabbages in here and see how it does, because it's supposed to be soil-based growing side by side. But this is actually, I knew this soil was awesome. I said this soil was good because it's been back here neglected for 12 years, just recycling all of the leaves, all the debris for 12 years. There has been no chemicals in this at all, just all natural. And that's how healthy it is. It's supporting all of these. It's a bunch of them in here. So I don't know what it is. Yep, I'm going through picking it out because I'm going to have to come and till this so that I can grow stuff in it now. I'm super duper excited. I don't know what these are. Look, the little double leaves. They could be anything. Hopefully just not poison ivy or nothing. Look, they got nice strong roots in there already. So, yeah. When I pop those, look, more of these things growing in my yard. That's got to be some kind of food or something. It's ridiculous. There's like 4 or 5 of them over there. But anyway, when I take those out the greenhouse, man, I promise you that wall that you see over there that's nice and white, that sucker green, black, and everything. But I'll post the pictures so that y'all can see how that yard went from that to what we got here today. And it's impressive. It's a nice place to hang out. Even the barrier blocks a lot of the wind because there's a lot of wind, but it blocks a lot of it, so it makes it really nice to sit out here. And we're enjoying ourselves. We're doing some posting on social media, trying to get people more aware that you can grow in multiple conditions. It doesn't have to be a farm. And this system, I'm very impressed with this right now, what I just looked at here. So I am going to use this. Please comment if you think I should not use this. But personally, the proof is in the pudding, and the pudding says there's stuff growing in me eating the nutrients that you would like to use for food for your plants. So I'm probably going to let's see what we're going to put in there, because I could do that this weekend. I'm not going to up pot them. I'm just going to put them on in there because they're already in a rock wool. In the rock wool, you can just take that out and tuck it on in there, and it's going to do great. The only problem with that is watering system. And what will I do about the watering system and that? And the location. That location over there only gets early morning sun. It doesn't get any afternoon sun. Early morning to midday. And anything after 1 o'clock is not hitting that corner. Actually, anything about 12:15, 12:30 is not hitting that corner. So I'm not sure if it'll be a great idea for me to stick them in there. But maybe the tomatoes, because they don't like a lot of light. That'd probably be just enough for some of these tomatoes to do great over there. But as you can tell, that those cabbage love the light. It's reaching for it and everything. So I expect these are going to be really good size, nice, tasty cabbages. And the camera is not doing this any justice at all, how big this is. And look, that quick, I put this over here, it's standing up. Once this one, hopefully, will recover. It's not looking too good though. All of those leaves, I could cut those and just eat them, but I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna see what recovers. Yeah, these are not doing good. And it says it's a black seed lettuce here, but that looks like a butter crunch lettuce. It looks exactly like these. So I might have moved the tag. But these are, I shouldn't have touched them. They done fell over. Like earthquake. Those are cucumbers growing out of here. They didn't get that big yet, till they get, because you could tell this is not cucumbers, geez Louise, celery. You could tell celery because that's what it looks like in your refrigerator. So, They're just not, fully developed yet. But that is celery. This is a tomato. I'm waiting for it to get a little bigger. Then I'm going to go ahead and throw that into a bucket. Hello, everyone. It's April 25th. I'm out here because I know we just checked on the garden earlier in the video from yesterday and the day before, but tonight is a special night because it's supposed to be a frost or a freeze advisory night. So I wanted to test something out. Most people just cover everything up in plastic and it's fine. So I'm going to try the same thing. So what I have is, sorry for the close up. Hold on. What I have is, hold on, let me see if I can zoom out. There we go. It's just a regular old clear bag, so it'll still be able to get sunlight. I still don't have to come out and monitor them. And since we're over here, let's take a look at the progress. They look wonderful. Now that I moved them out of all the light that they were in, they look a lot better. So I'm excited about that. The cucumbers are looking good. Nothing looks to be doing bad in this system here. I'm going to take a look inside the bucket. And it hasn't really gone down much, but there is moisture evaporation on top of the lid. And like I said, I just want to make sure it's not going down too much, and keep an eye on it. And you can see that those roots have gotten longer since the last time we've checked in. Everything looks pretty nice and happy, and that's what we want for the long haul for these guys. So I'm gonna put this back on top just the way down, because the lid is on, but it's not snapped down, so I don't have to worry about removing the lid. But I do need to get a tool, as I was told. So in case it does snap down from the weight of the other buckets, I'll still be able to open it up. But like I said, for the most part, all of these are tomatoes except for the one over here, which now I'm sure you can tell, one of these things are not like the other. One of these things are not quite the same. So the one that's not the same is the cucumber. But these are doing a really good job. So, and then if need be, I can throw one or two more in the back, because that side still does get light. It just doesn't get as much light because it doesn't last as long. But as you can see, the sun is still shining on that side. So if they were over there, they'd probably be miserable. So I'm gonna test them out. After the leaves get a little more healthy, I'm going to test them and see if they will like the sunlight on this side, because right now it is 6:50 and the sun they would be sitting over in this area, so it would still catch sun until about maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock. So, and then that's going to be summer sun, which we all know is a huge difference. So yeah, they'll be over in this general area, and the sun was just shining before the cloud came out, and it was all over in here. And this is potentially going to house the lettuces, cabbages, and whatever. I can sit them on here and let them grow in their hydroponic system, or even if I choose to take some of that excellent soil. Hold on, let's check on that soil today. I'm gonna pause and walk over there. All right, I stopped. I lied. I didn't go straight over there. But down here, I have this red maple growing right on the side of my step. This, I can't remember the name of it, but they said it's edible. You gotta eat the leaves while they're babies. So somebody was growing medicinal vegetables back here. You can eat them when they're young, and then as they get older, you turn them into some kind of medicine that they used back in the day. My wife's not here. I would ask her to explain it, because she would know better than I would what all of this stuff was and is. And what what is good is it's a good companion for your garden because the insects that like the bitterness and the vegetables and things, they will eat on this before they come up to your cabbages and things. But technically, these little leaves like this, these are good to eat. I'm not brave enough to do it. But so what I'm going to end up doing is, instead of just being a murderer, I'm going to collect these up. I'm going to put them in some buckets. Get them all crushed and juicy, put them in some buckets with a little bit of water, and just keep adding to it, adding more water. And these are going to be my nutrients for future plants. So, what do they say? You can't beat it, join it, right? So, that's the idea here, yeah, because look, all of this is just, and I don't know how much rain comes through here that it can wash the mulch into different areas, but apparently this is all coming up too. So essentially what is growing in this box here all of those are this plant. So I'm not sure what I want to do here. I know I want to till it out and try to get as many of them out as possible. But I'm not going to continue to grow them. These would just go into a compost heap. And these have been growing in my yard for years without any interaction from any humans or anything. And that's just dirt that I dug up from around here because I knew that the soil here was good for growing. So I'm going to cease and desist on the poisoning of all of this stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it flourish because it does give a nice little bright color into the yard, and it's not like it's all over the place. It's kind of just around the edges. So, and the little pops of color, and then I'll just come through and grab them up. It's not a big deal, and it'll give me exercise. So instead of trying to look at the worst side of things, I'm trying to look at the bright side of things. My plants will have food year round. I'm not sure if these grow through the cold, but they look like they can withstand the cold. And since I'm out here, these in the greenhouse should be fine for tonight. Look at this. This yesterday was not even close to touching the greenhouse. Now it's touching the greenhouse. And this one is touching the top of the greenhouse. So I'm gonna have to upgrade this greenhouse shortly. Let's see. Look, remember this was dead and dying and all wilted yesterday, but I said I think this needs more sun, and this one was the one that was dying yesterday, and I said this needs less sun. So I switched the areas and look at it. It perked right on up. All of these leaves were hanging down here. I mean, hanging where it was dragging, and now they're all perking up, and it's starting to look healthy again. So, and this cabbage, I believe this is cabbage. Yep, cabbage. This cabbage. Oh, that cabbage. I believe that's pepper here. Nope, eggplants. Right underneath of that cabbage. This is a pepper. I want to see it. Nope, that seed still providing nutrients because it won't come off. When it's done, it will just basically, you can just touch it and it'll fall off. But this dead leaf here, you take that, crumble it up, drop it down in there, let it recycle some nutrients. The celery seems to be doing well. That's all celery, these little guys in here. That's the start of them. And let's just check the tag. Yep, celery. So these took Now this was not using these new seeds that are just starting is because I didn't put them into a grow system because I needed to get other stuff done. So I put these in natural grow mode, and then once I get all of these plants to where they're comfortable with each other, like this butter crunch lettuce likes a lot of sunlight. That says black seed, but that's butter crunch lettuce too. I don't know how that got mixed up. But I'm gonna just take that out because I know what that is. This is the black seed lettuce here. Because I planted a whole field of those. Like I said, I could just literally go rinse this off and eat it. Like it's all over here, it's everywhere. Let's make sure there's nutrients in here. These guys still doing great. I'll make sure everything's nice and moist. And these leaves are not dying, so that's telling me that they're drinking, but they're just being lazy. They don't want to get up and, spring their roots up. So I'm not sure how these are going to turn out because they're just laying across the bottom. And they haven't even tried to turn brown, and it's been days that they've been like that, and they seem to be very happy. Black seed lettuce down there doing pretty good. Black seed lettuce. You can see the color of the black seed lettuce. So all of these are black seed lettuce. Because I wanted to see if I could just grow each one separate into its own container and let it come to term full size. And wow. This is beautiful. I don't want to eat it. I want to take a piece just for peace sake, just to try it out because I never had it before. And I grew it. But, man, I want to see how big they do get. But that looks like salad right here. This looks like a nice salad. If I just had something to go with it. You know what? I got a fish sandwich in the house. I could probably take a couple leaves off of one and throw it on my fish sandwich. Just try it out. Just because I'm excited. But we're not going to make a long video out of this. We're just checking in. They should be fine because they've been down in 32-degree weather and they've been fine inside that greenhouse. So I just want to shore up. I just want to shore this up and then make sure it's a lot of oxygen in there. We'll come check on it tomorrow. We'll check on the weather advisory. That way, if there is an issue, they're still protected, but they're still going to get light and they'll still have oxygen and whatever else it needs in there. So hold on while I get this done. So now I got it wrapped up like a Christmas gift. So it should be protected from any falls that'll come to this fair here city and try to kill my plants. And like I said, all of that green stuff outside, I'm sorry the video cut out for a second. If you can't beat them, join them, and you will be food for my edible plants now. So thank you guys for stopping in. I'll try to enjoy this place a little bit because I've only been out here a few minutes just to get this done. So again, we'll check in on everything tomorrow. We'll figure out what's going on in this dirt and go from there. Thank you for your time. Have a great day. Please like and subscribe.